Hey everybody, welcome to the channel of Next Gen Framers. My name is Lewis Garland. I am the son of Chris Garland of Chris Garland Construction. Just a quick background of this channel and who I represent. We are a construction company. My dad is the founder and owner of Chris Garland Construction and Next Gen Framers, which is custom pre-frame packages, which we will be going over in this video more in depth. He has been the owner for over 28 years, and everything that I talk about in these videos comes directly from what he has taught me. So our crew is made up of my dad and my brothers William, Gabriel, Thomas, Edward, and of course myself. Thomas and Edward are still in high school though, so you'll only see them periodically throughout these videos. The main reason for this channel is to give you guys an insight to who we are as a company and everything that my dad has created. In the future, I'll have him do a video showing you guys all the ins and outs and the shortcuts he has found to making your lives easier. I'll have him on and we will also go more in depth on why he does what he does, who inspired him, and what he has done to help framers and contractors' lives easier. So in this video today, we're going to go over a concept that is very new to framers, but has revolutionized how we frame and has made our lives much, much easier. It is called pre-frame. So when you are on the job site and you have to stop what you're doing while you're building, you have to go stop what you're doing and you have to go build the corners, partitions, wall partitions, headers, crips, sills, header crips, all those things you have to build separately and take time out of your day to build. We take those and we come into the shop and we build them here, take on like a Saturday before we have to go and we start the build. So the way we have it set up is we have individual stations where a guy will build that particular part, whether it's a corner, a header, or a wall partition, or crips, or any of that. And we'll go over each station for you guys so you get more of an idea of how this works and how you see how efficient this is and time saving, which is also money saving as well for both you, the framer, and the homeowner as well. We'll also go over how we number each system, each one to number, having a number system, and how we tell for headers, whether it's window 1, window 2, door 1, door 2, etc. for those. We'll also go over the crips as well, so you can match the crips up with the headers, whether it's a double crip or double king crip, or it's just a single. So I'll go over all that in these videos. Got you guys a great video coming up here. So let's get into it, guys. Got 9-foot pre-cut corners here. So what we're going to do on this station is we got one screwed in 9-foot pre-cut here. I'm going to take another one and I'm going to add it right behind, and I'm going to take the second one and I'm going to put it right on top. Then we're going to take our gun. We got our gun, come over here. We're going to flush all the sides up, the corners, and then the outside, and then we're going to put some nails in it. You just put a couple as you go, you kind of line it up, make sure it's flush on the outside, and then once you got it all nailed, you come back and you make sure it's tight. And then from there you got your 9-foot pre-cut corner for the 9-foot walls that we got. Here we got our saw gear touch. It's pretty much an electric tape measure here. So this is kind of the slidey thing that we got going on, and it goes all the way down, and this is the moving thing. So I'll show you guys kind of, we'll put just a random, let's see, we'll put 52 inches. 52 inches right there. Push go, and you see this thing, it will come down to that size. Then we'll move this, kind of move it all the way over there, and then you'll be able to cut. So we got here, we're doing headers in this station. So what we got for this header number, we got, I think it's 59 and 13/16. So we're gonna do like 61 inches, just so we got some leeway. 61 inches, and it's gonna move all the way out there. We level this one piece up, and we're going to cut it right here. Then from here, we're going to take it and we're going to put it on top of the section here. We're going to flush both the end up here, and we're going to flush the outside up as well. Make sure that's all clean. And then we're going to put 8 penny nail in, just a single one, just to hold it together while we cut it. Make sure they're flush. Penny nail. And he's going to slide it down kind of where he thinks it would be. Flush up the outside end and put an 8 penny nail in again on the other side of it. Make sure it's flush. 8 penny nail. Then he's going to come over here and we're going to put in the exact measurement. So it's going to be 59 and 13.
Oh, you gotta, when you do this, you gotta space.
So it's 59 space 13/16. 59 and 13/16. He pushes go, and that moved to write the exact. Please come over here. He cuts that to where it's nice and flush. You don't have any movement there. And he's going to take this, slide it all the way down, and he's going to hit this. So if he can push against this as hard as he wants, and he can smash it up against it, it'll still reprogram, and it'll come right back to that 58 and 13/16, which is where he's at. And he's going to cut that, and if you're going to see here, it's that exact measurement of 58 and 13/16. So the next process is going to take the whole 2x6, and he's going to take it, put it over here, and we're going to mark it. So we have each window. If you come over here, we're going to have the, so this sheet right here is going to have pretty much every single door and window that we need. So right here we're on window 8. Right. So he's going to come down here and he's going to mark window 8. The reason being for that is because when we stack them up over here, we're going to have a whole stack of like 50 some odd windows and doors, and we're going to be able to come right here and we'll be able to look at the doors and windows and be like, okay, so this is where it is in the stack. Now we're going to take W8, the header, and we're going to take it over here. So we got our 2 Grizzly table saw. We got the massive Grizzly table saw here, and then right here we also have the power feeder mount. This is going to pretty much feed, so we're going to have the table saw going and it'll feed this. You got the rollers on the side, those kind of roll and feed it to where it takes the least amount of effort. You kind of just come over here, because these saws, how big they are, you got to use a lot of force and effort to shove them through. So this, you kind of just barely touch it and it seamlessly goes through. But these are both Grizzly operated. So we got Grizzly, the power feeder mount, and we got Grizzly table saws. I'll have a link in the description for those. That way you guys can go ahead and check that out. And tell me what you think. If you guys have one, drop a comment and tell me what you think of those. That way we can kind of collaborate and see what we think. All right, so he's going to take the W8, the header. He's going to turn on the table saw, and he's just going to kind of feed it through. Okay, now that that's all done, we got the next man over here. He takes it and he's going to put nails in it. So what we're going to do, he's going to put 3 nails. He's going to put 3 nails in it, just like that. 3 nails, and he's going to put every once in a while apart. That way it stays together completely and tightly. And he's going to put them at a slight angle, that way they're not coming down. So on the bottom, you're not going to have a bunch of nails sticking through at all. So the reason we rip this to the length that we want is because it doesn't matter too much how, there's a certain length that we need, or width that we need. But the reason we rip at least like 3/16 I believe off of it, is so that we have it level. So it's completely level. So when we put it on the crips, your headers are all level and they're not going all around, and then when you put the doors in, there's like spaces and stuff. So it's nice and level and helps everybody out. So then what he's going to do is he takes it from that station, brings it over here, and he's going to set it down on the dunnage right there, nice and straight and level. And then you see you got your different window numbers on there. And we're going to, from there, we'll go over and we'll start the process completely over again from there. All right, guys, so here are all the headers. We have finished all the window headers. So now we got Thomas. He is banding it up for you as well. So we're going to take the banding string right here and we're going to band it up. So we're taking band, and then he's going to take the little clip and he's going to put it on each of the clips there. And then we got this nifty little tool here, which is kind of like a band ratchet. It'll kind of ratchet there. Slide this down, slide the band through it. So once he's got the band kind of semi on it, he's going to stick the ratchet on as well. And then he's going to slowly, he's going to get it going and then ratchet it up to it as tight as possible. Now these got as tight as possible. You can see here, kind of digging into the wood. And he's going to cut the excess off. And this is set for delivery there. All right, guys, so here we got our crips. We got the 9-foot pre-cut studs, and then we have our crip length that's on here. These are already cut. We cut them at our chop saw using the digital tape measure on there as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the first, it's a double crip. So we're going to double it up. We're going to put the first one on, make sure it is flush with the outside of here on the back. Put 2 nails in it and slowly just work it. Make sure it's all flush on the outside for it as well. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our second crip, because it's a double crip like I said. We're going to take the second one and we're going to put it on here as well. Make sure the outside looks nice. Nice edge putting on the outside. Flush it up again. And then we're just going to put 2 nails, working it down, making sure it's flush with the outside. And then we're going to take the marker. What is it? 17. And it's D17, so this is door 17. So of course we're going to make 2 of these, but just so you guys can see, we're going to mark door 17 on here. Kind of show you guys on the bottom what it looks like. Door 17. And then I'm going to take it over on the pile, and I'm going to put it on the pile. That way we can band it up. All right, guys, now we're working on the sill crips and the lengths. We've been doing the sills, sill lengths and the header crips. We're now working on the sill crips right now. So what we're going to do pretty much, we got the sheet right here. I haven't showed you guys this, but this is kind of the sheet explaining everything we have. So we have all the windows here with all the sill, the king crips, the header lengths, and the sill crips. That copies out from the computer, and we take it from there, and we pretty much cut it all, follow directions, and knock all those out, slowly crossing them out as we finish them. So right now we're working on the sill crips and lengths. So what Thomas is going to do, Thomas is going to come over here. He's going to take the number, the however many we need, 2x6s, and what the length is going to be. He's going to punch it into the digital tape measure, and then from the tape measure, it's going to line it up for him, and he's going to go ahead and cut it from there. I think he's got one. What do you got? 4 at 24 and a half. Yep. 4 at 24. So he punches in 24 and a half, goes to the length that he wants it at, and then he's going to cut it right there. Once he cuts it, we pretty much stack in the pile till we have the entire pile. And then once we have the pile, we're going to mark it at which window it's at with a marker. Then once we have all those, we're going to wrap them up, and then we're good to go from there. So we're almost done here. We just got to knock out the sill crips, cover it, and then we're all set from there. All right, guys, so what we got going on here is we're loading up the pre-frame, and we're gonna take it to the job site. I haven't showed you guys yet, but we do have our telehandlers there. We have two of those. Genie, we got a GTH 844 and a 640, I believe. And we got those. We gotta load those up as well and take those to the job site where we're working. It's about 10 minutes from here where we're going. So we normally have a big trucker come, and he'll take one of the Genies and then come back the next day and take the next Genie. And then we'll take the pre-frame package, which we're loading up right now, that we did on Saturday. We're going to take all that over to the job site as well, and we'll get that offloaded there and set up in the places where we want to set up for. We got a bunch of other equipment that we take over as well. So the home area where we keep all of our equipment is going to be here at the shop. And then from here, we'll relocate the equipment anywhere. A lot of times we relocate the equipment from the job site that we're at the moment, and then we'll take it from there and we'll take it to the next job site that we're working at. But right now, as you can see, we got our pre-frame we're loading up. This only takes about an hour or so, and then from there we'll take it straight to the job site, and then we'll be all set for there, and then we start the job. Here we got the one bucket full, loader full of waste for it, of the pre-frames. So this is a 5,400 fully finished house, 5,400 square foot house, and this is the waste that we have on it. So it's one bucket full of waste on this entire building. So that just goes to show you how much, with being so precise with this and actually taking the time to lay everything out and make sure it's the right measurements and everything, it shows you how much waste we actually have, and is not a lot, saving the homeowner money and saving us time in the long run, so we don't have to worry about the waste. Thank you guys so much for watching today. That'll wrap up the video for the pre-frame package that we did finish today. Didn't take too long. It was about 6-7 hours with just the three of us. There's just three, me, Thomas, and Edward. We were wrapping this thing up, so it's all ready, set to go, and we'll be shipping it out there probably Monday, bringing it out, the setup where we put it. And throughout the video, we're doing this house. I'll show you guys kind of where the pre-frame kind of comes in handy, and that way you guys can see all the helpful tips that we were picking up from it, and we'll show you how much time we've saved with it. So comment for sure what video you guys would like to see next. If there's anything in this video that you guys are like, hey, I wanted like a more in-depth of that, whether it's the guns, the Tiger Stop, or the Grizzly table saws. If there's anything you guys have any questions or would like to see a video more in depth on, please let me know. Shoot me a comment, and I can definitely get a video on that for you guys. We got a lot of crazy, exciting content coming up with this house coming up here, so please let me know if there's anything that I can do for you guys. But I appreciate you guys' time watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.